Welcome to Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. I'm Taylor.
I'm Savannah.
And happy Cinco de Mayo!
Yay!
Ayo. Um, are we having margaritas? I plan
Oh,
on having
yes. I
one.
was actually just gonna say that. So I mean, right now we're recording earlier,
Yeah.
so it's happening next week. But
Yes.
I'm pretty sure my dad's gonna make margaritas and force me to have like a few of them. So
Ooh, force.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I have tequila and margarita mix, so I'm making some margs, and that's all that I
We're
know.
prepared.
Mar time. Mar time, mar time. Um, so first things first, please go to Apple Podcasts and rate and review us. We need it. I'll Venmo you $1 if you do it, maybe. So,
Do it and then prove that you did it. Maybe? Question
yeah,
mark.
send it to me. Send it to our email, and I'll consider Venmoing you $1. So,
Or tag us on Instagram.
yeah, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube. There's all the platforms. Honestly, we got them all. So check all those out.
Yes. We're still
Yes.
working on getting things up on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's proving to be way harder
Yeah,
than we thought.
my best friend's getting married this weekend. I have been stressed, been struggling, been very busy, but don't you worry, we're gonna get him up there
Yeah,
eventually.
eventually. I wish I could have done it like at work today or something because I was just sitting there like I just have this urge to like edit a YouTube video. I don't
The
know.
urge. That's so funny. I
Yeah,
had the urge to
but
do literally anything except what I was supposed to be doing at work today.
yeah.
I was not trying to be there. It was
Yeah.
it was not
That's
good.
the kind of day it is. But
Yeah.
this part of this job,
Oh yeah.
this is fun. So,
Exactly. It really is.
so
Can you believe also this is episode 14?
yeah, that's crazy.
I cannot believe it. Dina was asking me, she was like, well, I was like, did you listen to the episode you were on? She was like, no, not yet. And I was like, fake fan. She was like, well, I'm scared to listen to myself. And I was like, okay, accurate. But I was like, we're about to record episode 14. Like, that's mind blowing to me. So, shout out to you if you listen to
Yeah,
all
and
14 episodes.
shout out to anybody who's listening to this on Cinco de Mayo. And
For
cheers to
real.
you.
Cheers. Clink, clink.
Okay,
funny.
so should we just get into it? Or do you have anything else?
No, I don't have anything else. Get into it. I'm dying to know what your story is.
Okay,
I
well,
got the
first of
hint.
all,
Wait, I got the hint that it's a ghost. But I have no idea. So.
yeah. So first of all, I want to talk about Cinco de Mayo a little
Ooh,
bit.
okay, okay.
Okay. So, do you know where Cinco de Mayo like celebrations originated?
My guess is Mexico, but I have no idea. I'm uncultured and know
Well, yeah.
nothing.
Okay, so Mexico, but what do you think that like it is for?
Isn't it? Okay, this is either gonna be really stupid or literally right on the mark. So, is it like the Independence Day for Mexico?
So actually, people always think that,
Oh,
but it's not.
yeah. See, I knew it was gonna be one or the other.
Yeah, I did my research a little bit. Cinco de Mayo is not the Independence Day. That's actually September 16th
Oh,
is
interesting.
Mexican Independence Day. Yeah. So Cinco de Mayo celebrates the Mexican victory in a battle in like the Franco-Mexican War.
Oh,
So it's
cool.
kind of random almost.
That's
It's
like
like a
very
random
random.
battle that they won in Puebla.
It must have been an important battle, though.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I didn't really look too much into that. And it was fought in like 1862, so like, yeah. But the holiday, like, it's celebrated more in the US now.
Yeah, I definitely can see that.
Yeah. So in Mexico itself, it's celebrated mostly in Puebla because that's where the battle took place and everything. So there's like parades and festivals and stuff around there and battle recreations and stuff, just like we have here with our battles, you know.
Yeah.
And we celebrate it more in the US because here,
Because Cinco de Drinko.
well, yeah, there's that. But here, it has been claimed as like a celebration of Mexican American heritage and culture.
Oh,
So
well, that's kind of
it's
cool.
really cool.
Yeah.
So people celebrate with food, parades, and of course, stories. And my story this week is a common story told in like around these celebrations, and it's actually a really big part of of Mexican culture. I almost said American culture.
American.
Mexican culture. It is the story of La Llorona.
Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness. I didn't guess that, but I love her. Not really,
Yes,
but
the weeping woman.
oh my gosh. Yay, I'm excited.
Yeah, see, I mean, I love her too, but I also don't because
No, I definitely don't.
you'll see what happens. But
Wait, the real question is, before we get started, have you seen the movie?
no.
Fake fan. It's really scary though, so it's like a
Yeah.
part of the Conjuring series.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I know. I haven't really seen much of those.
Crazy.
So.
I just watched it the other night actually. So
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I know.
Well, maybe I should watch it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of scary though. But anyway,
Yeah.
continue. I'm excited to know.
Okay, so she is the most well-known Mexican ghost story.
Definitely.
And there's like statues of her all over. Just very famous. Has been passed down for generations, like through word of mouth. Like everybody tells the story.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool. It's mostly in the southwestern U.S. and in Mexico. The story. Okay, so let's start off. So Maria is from a poor peasant family, and a rich man comes to her village, and she ends up falling for him, obviously.
Obviously.
And then they get married.
Mm-hmm. What else would they do?
They have 2 boys. And some stories they say they have like different, like 3 kids, or I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah, I was gonna
story
say I've
is
heard that
very-
they had 3.
there's like a lot of different variation to this story, so I'm just telling one version and then I'll get into different things that happen. But anyway, over time, her husband starts to change and doesn't love her anymore.
Oh no.
Really sad. And
Rude.
he wants to marry somebody who is from a rich family like him.
Okay. Well, that is.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
I mean, I guess so, but
But
like, you
I'm
already
poor.
married her.
Yeah, that's savage of him.
I know. And so Maria is on a walk one day with her kids by the river, and she sees her husband ride by in a carriage with another woman.
Wow, rude.
Yes. So, of course, in a rage, you know, like when you get so mad, like you want to like just throw something.
Oh yeah.
So she decides to throw her kids into the river.
Yeah. Good. Good.
Yeah. And then instantly she's full of regret. She's like, I can't believe I just did that. So she's so guilty and she goes into the water and looks for them and she can't find them.
What did did it just take them away?
Yeah, honestly, I don't really know about that part of it. It's like, where did they go?
Where'd they go?
But apparently they like just disappeared or something.
Wow.
Into the water, drowned, and so she ends up drowning herself too. Or she just, I don't know if she did it by accident or on purpose. She drowned herself, but
Either
she
way.
ends up dying too. Sadly. And there are a few other versions of this. Sorry, losing my place here. So one of the versions is that the kids are illegitimate, so like they were born before
They got married.
they got married, yeah.
Yeah.
So she ends up drowning them because the father wants to take them away to be raised by him and his wife, because he's like married in this other story. So there's that version. And then another version is that she is like a really bad parent. And she neglects her kids and leaves them home alone so she could go out on dates and like go out to bars and stuff. And then one day she comes home and they drowned while she wasn't home.
Oh. Either way, though, the kids drown.
Yeah, so in every story the kids end up drowning, but it's just different like versions of her.
Yeah, I always heard the one about where she sees the husband drive by with another woman.
Yeah, I think that's the most well-known version of it. I think I like that one the best because the other ones make her seem like,
Yeah.
well, okay,
Well,
the The one where they're born out of wedlock doesn't make her look that bad, I guess, but
Yeah.
the one where
She
she's
doesn't
like
look
neglecting her
great
kids.
in
Yeah, she
any
doesn't
of
look great in
them.
any of the stories.
But
Okay, so in all of these stories, she ends up being a ghost because she
ooh.
can't get into the afterlife without her kids.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
So she's like cursed to go and have to like look around for them and find them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she's just like roaming the water. Yeah, so she roams the waterfront areas and she's like mourning her kids and also looking for them so she can get to get to heaven, get to the afterlife, and you can hear her wailing at night. That's why she's called like the wailer or like
The whaler.
the crying woman. Okay, she can be seen like throughout the Southwest, and as north as Montana.
Oh.
So if you go out there, you might see her. She is seen in a white dress and she has long black hair. And then, so some stories say that she should actually be feared and that she's vengeful because her kids are dead.
Yeah. Even
Which
though.
is like, you did it.
Yeah,
but-
right. I'm like, sorry. But that was on
Yeah.
you.
So she will take other kids and drown them. Mm-hmm. Of course.
Horrifying.
So there's that one. Or sometimes she's just like mourning. She's just walking around, not really doing anything to bother anyone.
Just sad.
Yeah, pretty much. And a lot of people take her as a sign of death. So it's basically a warning to see her. When you hear her or see her, you could be close to death.
Ah. Okay. Yeah. That's creepy. I don't know
Yeah.
how I feel about that.
I know.
Glad I've never seen her. But
yeah, exactly. And this last one, it just sounds like something people would like tell their kids. She comes as a warning to children who are unkind to their parents.
oh yeah. All of my like Hispanic friends grew up with this story. And they were like, that's how I learned of it. And they would be like, yeah. My mom would be like, La Llorona's gonna come get you if you're bad.
Exactly.
And I'm just like, honestly, I would be horrified if somebody told me that. So I would listen. So
Yeah, see, like it works. It's like she's gonna come and drown you. You gotta be a good kid. All right. So there are a few different stories of like how the legend could have come to be, I guess. Some say that she is the spirit of one or more Aztec goddesses.
Oh, I have never heard of that one.
All right, I have the name of one goddess right here, but it's really, I don't know if I should try to pronounce it.
You should give it your best shot. Just because I
Quick.
feel like making you do it.
I can't say it.
That was a good try.
Starts with a C. So she first appeared weeping. So that's where the connection is, I guess. She like weeping.
She cries.
And she came as an omen foretelling the arrival of the Spaniards.
Oh.
So like, you know, before they came and took over the land and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why some people say that she could be a warning. And then there's this one. This, I think, is really interesting. It could be Donna Marina, which is Hernan Cortez's lover and interpreter. Do you know who Hernan Cortez was?
No.
He was like the leader of the Spaniards
Oh.
that came over and took over Mexico.
Wait, why do they think it's her?
Well, okay, so she was like a traitor basically. And there's speculation that suggests that she actually did drown her children.
Oh.
Yeah, that were Cortez's children, and it was in revenge for his betrayal. So like he betrayed her like with another woman.
Oh, snap.
So like it
Maybe.
sounds like it could have been her.
I mean, that sounds like the story I've heard, so.
Yeah, exactly. So like, and the fact that Cortez like left her for a Spanish woman. So like that's the same class as him, like I said before.
Yeah. Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What if
so
it
that's
is
why
her?
I feel like that could have been it. Okay. And somebody named Kakon, I think that's his last name. He did research into the legend, like in-depth research. I didn't really read the whole thing on it, honestly, but
Me.
he did interview a lot of people who claim to have interacted with her, which is really cool. It's linked, so you can go and read it.
Oh.
Some people say that they're still traumatized from seeing her and stuff, and it's like this really big thing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I for sure would be traumatized if I saw her. Even if she wasn't mean, still be traumatized.
Yeah. And he was like trying to find the origin of the legend, and I think he found like a few different things, but this Donna Marino one was a big one that he found. So that's pretty much my story. She's in tons of movies, like the one that you mentioned.
Yeah.
There are songs about her, and there's even a song in Coco about La Llorona.
What?
Do you know
Okay,
that?
first of all, I love Coco. What song is about her?
I think it's called La Llorona.
No. Well,
Yeah,
why do I
it's
not remember that?
Imelda sings it.
Who? Okay.
His like,
His aunt? Is that
yeah.
what it is? Huh. Okay, just for that, I'm rewatching Coco tonight. You don't need to give me many excuses to rewatch Coco, but I will.
Yeah, I like found the clip of it. It's like they're on that big stage, and then she's singing it, and then Ernesto comes out and sings it with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's
I
like
can
it's
see
a
it in my
song
head.
in Spanish. So, well, I guess a lot of their songs are in Spanish.
Yeah. Whoa.
So yes,
I love that. That is crazy. So like the Conjuring version movie of La Llorona, I think it's called like The Curse of La Llorona, I think, is like accurate-ish. It's like more on the scary side of like her being really evil. So the movie, I would give it like a 4 out of 10. Not really great, but it's still scary. So,
okay. Yeah, I think there's like, is it called?
La Llorona.
What was it called? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's the main thing, but I think like the longer title is like The Curse of La Llorona.
Yeah, because I looked it up, and I think there's like multiple movies about her.
Oh, I'm sure there's so many movies.
Yeah.
That's just like I would say like the most famous one in my opinion. Maybe it's just because I just watched it, but
yeah,
I don't know. That's crazy. I just don't know how I feel about her because I don't know if she's evil or if she's good. I mean, she's not really great either way.
I know. Yeah. I don't know why she is like vengeful though. Like some people say she's vengeful.
Yeah.
Since like I guess like he cheated on her, but like
you didn't have to kill your kids.
threw your kids into the water.
Like you could have at minimal killed him instead.
I know.
Like why the kids? I don't know.
Yeah.
Sad. Very sad. But I like that story. Love her. So my story,
I think I know what it is.
I think you do too. Okay. I am doing The Legend of El Chupacabra. Did you know I was doing
Oh,
that?
yes, that's what I thought you were doing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty positive I was like, Savannah knows, but it's fine.
Because you said creature. That's all I really needed.
Wait, do you know anything about the Chupacabra?
Not really. I think I know that it's like, isn't like a dog type thing?
Dude, oh my goodness. Okay, that is just, okay, yes.
Or is it not?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Okay.
Okay, so doing this research, so Dina, my roommate, asked me what I was doing, and I was like, I'm doing the Chupacabra, and she was like, oh, yeah, that's the, like, South American Bigfoot, right? And I was like, what?
Wait, what?
I was like, wait,
I'd
what?
never heard of that.
I was like, I thought it was like a dog beast type thing. And she's like, Taylor, it's the Latin America Bigfoot. I was like, okay, well, I don't think so, but okay. And then I just went down a spiral. And both are legends. So there's basically two kinds of Chupacabra.
Oh.
One being the Latin American Bigfoot, and the other being like a dog beast.
That's so weird.
I had no
I've
idea.
never heard of that.
Right. So how I first heard about this was a long, long time ago. And as Savannah knows, ever since I was a baby, my favorite show, what is it, Savannah? You know. You know, it's Scooby-Doo.
You're like, as I know. Oh, yes.
It's Scooby-Doo.
Obviously. I don't know how I didn't guess
No,
that.
I know. I was like,
you put
Savannah
me on the spot.
knows. I'm sorry. But she does know. I promise.
Yeah.
I literally grew up with like a Scooby-Doo comforter, sheets, pillows. Like my room was actually Scooby-Doo themed.
And you still have it, don't you?
Oh, I still have it. Yeah. All of like the bedding is at my grandma's house. So I always sleep on that when I'm visiting her. And I actually have a life-size Scooby. And I thought my parents got rid of it. But when I was home last time, I have a 7-month-old niece. 7-month-old niece. And my mom was like, we have to get that big Scooby out of the attic for Everly. And I was like, yes. I didn't think we still had it. Anyway.
Oh my god, how big is it?
Oh, it's like actually life-size. Like it's huge.
Oh my god.
Like a body pillow.
I need to see that.
Yeah, well, when I get it down, I'll take a pic. Put it on the Instagram so all of y'all can see.
Yeah, you have to.
But anyway, why I'm talking about Scooby-Doo is because there's a movie called Scooby-Doo and the Monster of Mexico. And it's about the Chupacabra. So,
oh my god.
And that's how I first learned about the story. Yet somehow I still thought it was the dog version. But in Scooby, it's the Bigfoot version of the Chupacabra. So,
wait, what? How did you get it mixed up then?
I don't know. I guess I heard about it in other ways, like throughout my life.
Yeah, true.
You know? But
okay, you just said that, but I don't think I've seen that movie. But it reminded me of the other Scooby-Doo movie where, like, Scrappy-Doo is in it, and he reminds me of one, honestly. Because...
Okay, well, he's really small, but yeah, I agree.
Because, like,
he's evil.
You know, the one where he's, like, taking everybody's spirit on the island?
Oh, you mean like the real Scooby-Doo movie?
Yes.
Yes, I obviously know that movie.
Like, looks
evil.
So creepy in it.
Oh,
yeah, evil. So he definitely looks like a Chupacabra.
Yeah, I agree that he could be one. He's very evil.
See?
But so, I hadn't seen this movie literally in years. So I rented it on Amazon Prime and watched it.
Love that.
And if I'm not really gonna lie, it was a little bit racist. I was a little bit shocked.
Oh.
By it. I mean, I'm not justifying it, but it was it's very old.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, not justifying that, but yeah, it wasn't horrible, but just really, it's not tasteful. No. But the information on the Bigfoot Chupacabra that they gave, like, was pretty accurate to what the legend says. But the only real difference, obviously, as you can probably guess, Scooby-Doo is known for, like, the monsters aren't real. It's, like, people. So, he wasn't real in Scooby-Doo. He was just a person. Some bad guys. But, anyway. On to the real monster, El Chupacabra. So, as I mentioned, there are kind of, like, two types. Like, the Bigfoot and the dog. But also, both versions are like a vampire. So kind of continuing this vampire trend that I got going on.
Next time you got to do Twilight.
True. The Legend of Edward Cullen.
Ooh.
Okay, so the word Chupacabra. When it's broken down, chupar means to suck and cabra means goat. So it literally means goat sucker.
What?
Right, because they would literally kill not only goats, but mostly at first they were like killing goats.
Right. Oh my god.
Right. So, what I didn't know, also, actually I learned a lot of things that I didn't know studying this. Chupacabras are actually like a pretty new legend. And literally first reported in 1995 in Puerto Rico. 1995.
Wait, what?
I know. It had me very shocked at that.
1995 and in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I know. I was like, I swear, I thought it was in Mexico and I thought it was like 1750s, like normal.
Yeah.
But no. The first reported Chupacabra was in 1995 in Puerto Rico, and the Chupacabra was blamed for attacks on goats, chickens, and sheep. And the people would like find all these animals completely uneaten. But they had two like teeth-shaped holes on their necks, and all the blood was drained from their body.
Oh my god.
These animals. And they were like, that's really weird. So they just called it like the goat sucker. You know?
Yeah.
Because they're like, that's what he does. So, early reports.
That just reminds me of, have you seen that movie, My Mom's on a Date with a Vampire.
Yes. Yes. I love that movie. Oh, there's nothing.
Okay.
You have nothing else to say. Just that movie.
No. Yeah, that's all. No, but that just reminds me of it because they make the cows into vampires.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking of like farm animals like in vampires. Okay, anyway.
Dude, how come these animals didn't turn into vampires?
Yeah, I don't know. They like
It's because
I guess
they weren't bitten by a vampire is why. They were bitten by the chupacabra.
Yeah, true.
And that's like the only thing that relates them to vampires at all. It's just that they suck the blood. I mean, which is what a vampire is pretty much. But
yeah.
anyway. First of all, I just want to say before we move on, I love that movie, and nobody else loves that movie.
I know. I always tell people, and they're like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
I love that movie.
It's a good one.
It really is.
I think it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
We just said that
I just watched it not that long ago, like Halloween.
See, honestly, me too. Wait, we're on the same level.
That's so funny. Okay. Anyways, so. Okay, early reports described a large creature that stood upright and looked like a large reptilian kangaroo with red eyes. That's what they just picture that.
Kangaroo. I don't even know how to.
Right, and I always thought that they were hairy, but all of these reports say that their skin is like scaly reptile-like.
Ooh, what?
And I'm like, everything I thought was wrong, I think, in my whole life, is a lie. So when people were looking for this creature, though, they couldn't find it. Nobody could find it. Typical, they're hiding somewhere. But a lot of people thought that everybody around this time was being influenced by a movie that had just came out in 1995 that had a monster that was very similar to what these people were describing. And the movie's called Species. I don't think I've ever seen it, but yeah. But after the reports came out in 1995, the legend spread to Mexico and the lower part of the United States, and most recently, Miami, Florida, but I'll get into that later. Which I don't know how they could travel that far, but I don't know. Let me not question it.
I mean, it was the 90s, right? So.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. They've had a couple years.
Yeah, things travel relatively fast. I mean, not as fast as now, but
yeah,
they probably traveled pretty fast back then still.
True. I just wonder, did they swim? Did they go the long way? That's a long way to go to Miami. If you're going
I just meant, the story of it.
Oh! I mean,
that's what you meant.
Oh, no. I mean, the physical creatures have been seen in Miami,
what
Florida.
if they were always there?
Okay, well, yeah, that's true. I feel like they just wanted to go clubbing in Miami.
They just, heard about it, and they were like, the people there heard about them, and they're like, oh, that's what's been doing this?
Oh, okay. Solid
that's what
point.
I thought you meant.
Solid point. No, I mean, they've been spotted. There.
Yeah,
so.
Well, yeah, that is weird then.
Mm-hmm. It is. Very much so.
Interesting. They're taking somebody's private jet.
They just want to go to the clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny. They're like, take me to the Clevelander right now.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, me. Okay, but anyway. So the other version of the Chupacabra. This version, they were smaller and walked on all fours, as opposed to the other one walks on 2 feet. They look like a dog, but they're completely hairless, have scaly skin. So, that's kind of similar between the two stories. So, actual creatures of this Chupacabra version were found, like bodies. And,
what?
Obviously, researchers got them. But they were all determined to be coyotes or dogs. Or, a mix of, a coyote, dog, canine. And I'm like, okay, that's a little suspicious.
But scaly?
But yeah, hairless and scales and just gross. And
that's really weird.
Right. And so people are like, okay, well, you say it's a dog, you say it's a coyote, but why is it hairless? Why does it have scalies? I don't understand that. And they found that the hairlessness was caused by mange in the animals. Okay. And they explained that they're probably eating the livestock because of the effects of the infection. So scientists, at least in this time, kind of debunked it. They were like, no, this isn't it's not real. You want it to be real, but it's not. Sorry. But so the mange that they had is also known as scabies. Mm-hmm. And basically it's a debilitating disease that's extremely contagious, and it's normally caused by mites. So this is disgusting. But the mites burrow into like skin of anything and lay eggs, and that's what causes the skin irritation, and it like makes them lose their hair. Because the mites like go into the hair follicles, and that's where they lay their eggs. I'm like, that is so gross. So disgusting.
Yeah.
So that's how they explain how they end up hairless. And so people are like, okay, they're hairless, but like you say they're going to go crazy and eat my animals, but why? But apparently, I don't know. I just feel like, I just don't know if I believe it, because if they are like mentally going crazy, why wouldn't they eat the whole animal? You know what I'm saying? Because like the scientists are basically saying like they're like the disease is like eating their brain kind of. And so they're not really thinking about what they're doing. Okay, so if they're not thinking about what they're doing, why aren't they eating the animal?
Yeah, so
they're biting their neck and sucking their blood out. That's weird.
Is that actually what they're doing? Drinking the blood?
Yeah, or at least draining the blood.
But
like the blood's not really found.
And they're not like taking bites of them?
No.
Like, that is
the
really
only
weird.
bites that are found are holes in the neck. And I have the measurements of the holes somewhere. Okay, so all the bodies that were found, 2 holes in the neck, 1/4 to 1/2 of a centimeter in diameter every time. So I'm like, I understand that you want to explain this to try to keep the people calm, but like you're not really giving me the answers I want, because that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me either. Like, have they seen one of them doing this? Because like, could it be something else?
No, they have not seen one of them doing that.
Because that's just weird.
That's so weird. And I'm like, you can say that they're crazy all you want, but if they were really crazy, I feel like they would just eat everything. Like they're not even eating it at all. So that's just very suspicious to me.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, in Chile, there have also been sightings of chupacabras, and people there have actually like performed expeditions to try to figure out what's going on. So, like in like dense forest, like that people don't live in, you know, they're like, we're gonna go find one. We're going to find a chupacabra, and we're going right now. So, Chilean military officials found 3 very suspicious eggs in a forest in Chile, and they thought it was chupacabra eggs. Okay.
They lay eggs now?
Apparently. And I'm like, okay, so are they reptilian?
Yeah, what?
That's what I'm saying. So, after they gathered information, and it was never released, so I can't tell you anything about these eggs, but after they gathered all their information, they turned everything they had over to NASA. And allegedly, NASA set up a lab in the Chilean desert to do genetic testing, but they deny any involvement. And they blame everything on conspiracy theorists. And I'm like, y'all are sounding awfully suspect. And yes, it could be conspiracy theorists, but I just don't know. I feel like they're trying to hide something.
So now they're saying it's aliens? Like, what? I'm so confused.
No, now they're saying, we have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
No, but like, if NASA's involved, like, why would they be involved?
Aliens is why.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. What?
So, we all know I love a good alien theory. And
I know. I feel like every story you like try your hardest to get an alien.
Okay, but this one I didn't have to try, and I wasn't even expecting it. I was like, you know what? I'll take a creature. I'll do it. He just lives on Earth. That's fine. But then I stumbled across this, and I had no idea of this. No clue. But, so people in Puerto Rico, where this first happened in 1995, we remember me saying all this, right?
Yeah.
In late 1994, there were hundreds of sightings of UFOs in a very specific town in Puerto Rico, where just a few short months later, the chupacabras started appearing.
Oh no.
And this is well documented, all the UFO sightings, well documented in 1994 before this started happening. And I'm like, okay. And so, you know, they just said like, ships in the sky. Weird. But there's not much evidence, because I personally think that NASA's trying to hide it. I think they kind of scrubbed it all, but literally just very short amount of time after they started.
Oh my god.
Yep. And so there's
That
not.
would make sense how
I
they
know.
traveled over there too, right?
Exactly. And maybe that's how they traveled to Miami. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
because they're aliens, maybe they
Exactly.
like,
Maybe they can do
I
whatever they
don't
want.
know. They
Yeah.
either got a ride in a spaceship,
Right.
or they can swim really fast
Or they
because
can
they're
just transport
aliens.
themselves. Who knows? But I
I'm sure they
also
could
just like,
teleport.
I didn't even think about it as I was researching it, but I was like, their skin, the fact that they might lay eggs, like
Mm-hmm.
this is not, even if it's not an alien, if it's just a regular animal, this is not a regular animal. This is weird. This is unlike
Mm-hmm.
anything we've ever had, at least I know of anyway. So strange. So personally, me, I think it's an alien. um,
Honestly, I believe that. Like, that's crazy. That,
it is crazy. It's so crazy. But here's another crazy thing
huh.
that I also wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting any of this, honestly. But it just kept coming up, coming up, and coming up. So, multiple websites that I was researching said that the Chupacabra is strikingly similar to the Jersey Devil. And people think that they might be related, like
Oh
family.
my god.
Right. And I was like, what? Like, okay. So that, like,
Oh
on
my
that
god.
side of the theory, that's more of like an animal than an alien.
Yeah.
But, like, huh? That's crazy.
Jeez. Oh my god. You think they just like dropped one off in Jersey? Like,
Yeah, maybe. Or
and
maybe just like
then
one got that far,
yeah,
you
and
know?
then the rest of them came like years later. Oh my god.
Exactly. Crazy. Or maybe they like dropped like one in a bunch of different places and saw like where they would flourish, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But
Yeah,
I
are
saw
they
that, I was
still
like,
seen
what?
today?
Yes, they are. So as I've been mentioning a bunch, the latest sighting was just a couple years ago in Miami, Florida, of people just finding their animals slaughtered and not slaughtered, drained of blood with two
Yeah.
bites.
That's
And I'm like, that is
crazy.
so weird. That is so weird. I'm just like even if you just take this whole situation out, imagine the chupacabra is not real. What is it? Like
Mm-hmm.
what? Nothing. So is it an actual vampire? Edward Cullen who?
Yeah, like yeah, I know. Like the colons are around, but they're like not
Right.
being conspicuous. Like they're being so suspicious about
Right.
it.
Like it's I mean, you can't really explain it in any way. Like what animal does that? None that I've ever
Yeah, I
heard
don't
of.
know.
Exactly. Um
Hmm.
so yeah, the thing that I just don't really understand, I guess, is why people I mean, obviously the dog chupacabra version, the dog version is like the more well-known
Mm-hmm.
one and the more believed one. I think that people just say the other one is like Bigfoot because they want to have a Bigfoot like everywhere in the world.
Oh, okay.
Kind of. I don't really know. People have said they've seen both, but I'm just like, I just feel like it doesn't really make sense for it to be a Bigfoot.
Yeah, why did they call it that?
I don't know. I guess because
Did
I don't know. Because he's like big and tall. I don't
but
know.
like why do they call it a chupacabra?
Oh, well, because apparently even like the Bigfoot version of him still sucks the blood out of the animals.
Oh, right.
Like both of them do that. Just they look different. One of them walks on 2 feet and is bigger, and the other one looks like
Okay,
a
that's
dog.
just crazy. Like
And I'm like, okay,
I don't know about that
I
one.
feel like y'all just want a Bigfoot everywhere. I'm not gonna believe the Bigfoot version, but the dog
Mm-hmm.
version, the alien version, that's
Yeah.
weird. Very weird. So that is the legend of El Chupacabra.
Yeah, that Taylor, I thought I knew what you were gonna talk about, but then it just went off the rails there.
Dude, I thought I knew what I was going to talk about. And then I started researching it and I was like, is this. I had to like check. I checked so many websites to be like, maybe this one website just doesn't know what it's talking about.
Yeah.
Because I was like, first, I had never heard that it had reptilian skin. Never.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. And then it
Well,
led
did
to
it
the
lays
aliens.
eggs?
It lays eggs. And then NASA was a part of it and now they deny it. That is so suspicious. And like,
Hmm.
why would the Chilean government lie about that? I just don't know. I don't feel like they would. I
Well, interesting.
I know.
Now I need to go and find one. Actually, maybe not. They
Okay.
seem
Oh,
really
I did
scary.
forget to tell you
But
one other thing. Fun fact: a chupacabra has never been known to bite a human, ever.
huh.
No humans have ever been found. I mean, I'm sure there's been some found somewhere with bite marks and drained of blood, but nope, only animals. So we're safe. So I feel like I'm trying to go on a chupacabra hunt. Because
Yeah. See, you're just making this sound so much like it's the Cullens.
I'm not even trying to.
Like I've been rereading Twilight. Okay, and it's just sounding like them, like they're vegetarian.
Maybe it is them. Plot twist.
Well, they're not being very like secretive about it. Like, why are you doing it to people's animals? Oh my god.
I mean, they're just hungry. Whatever it is just hungry. And they drink blood.
Yeah, I really want to know what it is. That's so
Me
crazy.
too. Me too. And I think it's an alien. I really do. Like an alien, like animal. I mean,
Yeah.
which I guess any animal that we don't really ever, like, haven't discovered yet is kind of like an alien, but I don't know.
I think I heard that there's going to be like the government's going to come out with some sort of information on UFOs and aliens soon.
Oh, yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, and I feel like they say that every year. But,
yeah, true. That's true.
I mean, they did come out with something crazy last year where they showed the video of them in California. Have you seen it? Like, where they actually show the video of what they caught?
Okay, no.
They have this TV show. Oh my gosh, I should have looked it up. What's his name? He's like the lead singer of some band. Oh, Tom DeLonge.
Yes, him.
Yeah. He has like a whole TV show because his like biggest fascination in life is aliens, and he wants to prove that they're real and that the government's trying to hide it. So the whole TV show, me and my parents binged it, and that it was released eventually, but he was the first to show the video, and it literally is a UFO that looks like a little tic tac, like the shape of a tic tac. It's like white, and it can fly in any direction. Like it goes whatever way it wants.
Oh.
Like doesn't really follow gravity or any kind of airplane science. I don't know.
Right.
That we have here. And they were doing like military testing, and so the military was like flying also, and that's how they caught this, like because they were all just flying around, and then they saw this ship, and they were like like, what is this? Is this a drill? And you can hear them talking because they like recorded it, and they're like, is this a drill? And they were like, no, that's not us. And they're like, what do you mean it's not us? And then it kept following them, and like the spaceship, they would like fly, and it would follow them and like ride their tail literally in the sky. And I'm like, that is crazy. And apparently it's happened a bunch of times.
Oh god. Now I'm gonna go look it up and like go down a hole looking at alien stuff.
No, do it. I do that often. Because I mean, first of all, aliens are real.
Oh well, clearly.
Yeah. I feel like there's no question. And I feel like they're here.
You think they are here?
I mean, yeah.
That's the part where it's like, I don't know, like maybe.
They've at least been
starting
here.
to think maybe, but.
I think that they've definitely been here. I mean, I don't know if they're walking around. Maybe.
Yeah.
I guess I don't really know. But I just also find it suspect that like the Men in Black are like a really, like an actual thing. Like.
I know.
I don't know. And I just feel like people are creative. But are they that creative to come up? That's what I think about all these legends. I'm like, are you that creative to come up with all these like monsters and things that happen, or are they just real?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
There's got to be at least a little bit of truth in most of these, you know?
Exactly. And if there's any truth in any of these, that really scares me. Because these stories that we tell on here are frightening. All of them.
Yeah.
Like, even though the Chupacabra has never, ever once been known to hurt a human, I would be scared if I saw one in real life.
Oh, definitely.
So, who knows? But, anyway, alien tangent aside, please rate and review us on Apple Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, do it, and I'll consider Venmoing you $1.
Offer valid until for the next few weeks.
Offer valid until April 30th. Want to know why I said that? I know. No, but I will consider it.
May 5th.
No, I know. Purposefully why I said that.
Oh, okay. Well.
No, I will consider it though. So.
Right. Well, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. Go drink a margarita.
Go eat a taco.
Go eat a taco.
Celebrate.
Yeah. Do all the things. Anyways, see you next week.
Cue the music.